Have you ever wondered how such a destructive force as a tornado is formed? Tornadoes, nature's most violent storms, are awe-inspiring and terrifying in equal measure. Imagine a swirling vortex of wind and debris, powerful enough to flatten entire neighborhoods in mere minutes. These are not the whimsical twisters of fairy tales, but destructive powerhouses capable of bringing entire cities to their knees. They are one of Mother Nature's most destructive children, leaving in their wake devastation that can take years, even decades, to recover from. Tornadoes are the epitome of raw, unbridled power, a testament to the immense might of our planet's weather systems, and a stark reminder of our own fragility in the face of such overwhelming forces. But what exactly goes into the creation of these monstrous whirlwinds? What atmospheric conditions are needed to birth such a storm? So let's unravel the mystery behind the formation of tornadoes. It all starts with a thunderstorm. Imagine a warm, humid day. The sky is filled with the rumble of thunder, and the air is heavy with the promise of rain. The heat, humidity, and unstable air create the perfect conditions for a thunderstorm. This is the first step in the birth of a tornado. As the storm starts to brew, the rising and falling currents of air clash and create a rotating column of wind. This is the mesocyclone, the heart of a thunderstorm and the birthplace of a tornado. There's a certain beauty to it, but also a sense of foreboding. As the mesocyclone strengthens, the rotation becomes more intense. The air within the thunderstorm is now spinning like a top, creating a wall of whirling wind that extends from the base of the storm cloud to the ground. This is the tornado's funnel, a terrifying and mesmerizing sight to behold. But it's not a tornado just yet. For that, it needs one more ingredient: contact with the ground. It's the touchdown that makes a tornado, and when it happens, it's as though the earth and sky are in a violent dance, with the tornado as their partner. The tornado's vortex, that's the core of the tornado, is a place of chaos and destruction. With winds that can reach over 300 miles per hour, it can rip trees from the ground, toss cars like toys, and flatten buildings. It's a place where the power of nature is on full display, but as quickly as it forms, the tornado can also dissipate. The air cools, the rotation slows, and the funnel retreats back into the storm cloud. The tornado's life, although short, leaves a lasting impression on the landscape and those who witness it. And thus a tornado, one of nature's most violent and destructive forces, is born. Panama City witnessed the wrath of such a tornado. One could almost feel the tension in the air as the first tornado warnings were issued. The city, usually bustling with life and vibrancy, was suddenly on edge as the potential of an impending disaster loomed overhead. The warnings came in the early morning hours, a stark contrast to the calm dawn that was just beginning to break. As the day wore on, the warnings grew more severe, the storm's intensity escalating with each passing hour. As the tornado touched ground, the devastation was immediate and far-reaching. Buildings that had stood tall and proud were reduced to rubble within seconds. Cars were tossed about like toys, trees uprooted, and the city's infrastructure was left in tatters. The tornado swept through the city like a giant eraser, wiping out entire blocks in its path. The city's residents, who had taken shelter in their homes and community centers, could only listen to the raging storm outside. The howling winds, the crashing sounds of destruction. It was a symphony of chaos that left a lasting impression on everyone. When the storm finally subsided, the aftermath was nothing short of a disaster zone. The city that was once a hub of life and activity now resembled a war-torn landscape. The devastation was comprehensive, the damage almost unimaginable. In the wake of such destruction, the resilience of Panama City's residents was truly commendable. Despite the overwhelming odds, they came together as a community, helping each other in the face of adversity. The city, though scarred, was far from broken. The Panama City tornado was not just a weather event, it was a testament to the sheer force of nature. It served as a stark reminder of how quickly our lives can be turned upside down, of how fragile our existence really is. It was a demonstration of nature's raw, unbridled power, a power that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The Panama City tornado was a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature. The storm may have passed, but its memory will continue to resonate, a chilling reminder of the forces that shape our world. But how do we measure the intensity of a tornado? It might seem like a daunting task, considering the whirlwind of chaos a tornado brings with it. However, there is a method to this madness. Enter the Fujita scale, or as it's more commonly known, the F scale. The Fujita scale was designed by Dr. Tetsuya Fujita, a prominent figure in the field of severe storm research. His scale, established in the 1970s, is used to decipher the intensity of tornadoes, based on the damage they cause. The F scale ranges from F0, indicating the least damaging tornadoes, to F5, representing the most devastating ones. An F0 tornado, often described as a light tornado, can cause some damage to chimneys or tree branches. On the other end of the spectrum, an F5 tornado, or incredible tornado, can lift houses off their foundations and even deform large steel buildings. But where does the Panama City tornado fit into this scale? The Panama City tornado was rated as an F3, which is classified as a severe tornado. An F3 tornado can cause significant damage. We're talking about roofs torn off from well-constructed houses, heavy cars lifted off the ground, and most trees in a forest uprooted. Quite a sight to behold, right? But this isn't the end of the story. The enhanced Fujita scale, or F scale, was introduced in 2007 to more accurately measure tornado intensity. It uses 28 damage indicators such as building type and tree damage to rate tornadoes from EF0 to EF5. Applying the EF scale to the Panama City tornado might yield a different rating, but that's a discussion for another time. For now, we can say with certainty that, whether measured by the Fujita scale or the enhanced Fujita scale, the Panama City tornado was indeed a force to be reckoned with. After the storm comes the calm. The Panama City tornado left in its wake a trail of devastation, but also a story of resilience and recovery. The tornado's fury was fierce, leaving the city's landscape scarred and battered. Buildings were torn apart, trees were uprooted, and vehicles were tossed around like toys. Yet, the physical damage was just one aspect of the aftermath. There was also the emotional toll on the city's residents, many of whom lost their homes, their belongings, and their sense of security. But if there's one thing we've learned about the people of Panama City, it's that they are as tough as they come. In the face of such adversity, they did not crumble. Instead, they banded together, showing a remarkable resilience that was truly inspiring. Neighbors helped neighbors sift through the wreckage for any salvageable items. Volunteers from near and far came to aid in the cleanup efforts. Local businesses offered free meals and services to those affected. The spirit of community was palpable, and it was this collective strength that fueled the city's recovery. The process of rebuilding was not quick or easy. It took many hands and countless hours of hard work, but bit by bit, the city began to transform. Debris was cleared, homes were repaired, and streets were reopened. Even the city's natural beauty began to re-emerge, with new growth sprouting from the scarred earth. The recovery of Panama City was not just about restoring buildings and infrastructure, it was also about healing hearts, restoring hope, and strengthening community bonds. It was a journey that tested the residents' resilience but also highlighted their incredible strength and determination. The city's recovery is a testament to the resilience and strength of its people. As we reflect on the aftermath of the Panama City tornado, we can't help but marvel at the human spirit's capacity to endure, to recover, and to rebuild. It's a powerful reminder that even in the face of the fiercest storms, we can come out stronger on the other side. So what have we learned about tornadoes today? We kicked off our exploration with the intriguing enigma that tornadoes pose to us. This journey led us through the fascinating chronology of tornadoes, their birth, life, and eventual dissipation. We then ventured into the heart of the storm, focusing on the Panama City tornado, a dramatic testament to the power and unpredictability of these natural phenomena. Our exploration deepened as we sought to comprehend the intensity of tornadoes, their categorization, and the factors contributing to their destructive potential. We also took a poignant look at the aftermath of the Panama City tornado, the resilience of its people, and their journey towards recovery. Every aspect of our exploration underscores the importance of understanding these formidable forces of nature. It's not just about scientific curiosity, but about being prepared, being resilient, and ensuring our safety in the face of such potential calamities. Remember, understanding these natural phenomena is the first step towards being prepared and staying safe.